Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kate if you're new here, and I want to talk about some of the things that you can do, first of all, on a budget, and second of all, these are lazy girl friendly, so you can do them relatively easily, but things that will help you to elevate your look, your style, and overall just your life. Over the years, I have elevated all of those things in my personal life, and it has meant so much to me to feel the way that I feel now. And I want to share as much as I can because I learned a lot of these things through trial and error, figuring out what works for me. Not all tips from everyone are going to work for you. And I've tried a lot of things. So I want to share some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that work for me, things that I like to do that really make me feel like I have leveled up. This isn't the type of content that I normally do. I normally talk about luxury handbags, shoes, pre-loved designer items, vintage items. I normally talk about those types of things, but this topic is also really important to me. I've done a few videos similar to this in the past, and it's a topic that I'm very passionate about. So I would love to make more content like this. I also want everyone to be able to share the tips that they have in the comments. That way we can all learn something new today from someone else. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, these are going to be both mental and physical habits. So some of the things are going to be things that you will make you feel like you're elevating your mind. Other are going to be for your body and for your style and your clothing, things like that. My first tip, and this is one that has changed my life over the last 6, 7, 8 months or so, is planning your outfits before you actually go through your closet. And what I mean by that, I use Freeform to plan my outfits. So I have my most worn items in Freeform. Normally what I'll do is I'll save the picture from the website that I bought it from, or I'll take a picture of it if it wasn't from a website, and I'll save it. So that way I have a picture of it in Freeform and I can put together different outfits. I did a full video on exactly how to do this. I will link it down below, but this changed my life because it means that I am not trying to go through my closet. I'm not throwing everything on the floor trying to figure out what I'm going to wear. I plan my outfits up to days in advance if I know I'm doing something. For example, I didn't plan my outfit this morning and I was like, okay, so do I get dressed into my athletic wear first? Do I need to get dressed into regular clothing first? I know I want to film a video today, but I don't know what order I'm going to do everything in. I hadn't really thought everything through, and it took me like an extra 30 minutes to figure things out this morning, and I ended up wearing a super simple outfit today. If I would have planned ahead, I would have been able to put together items, made sure that I had my accessories on point, and although it didn't come out bad, if you don't plan, it's okay. But it would have been a lot easier had I planned this outfit ahead of time. I also have an event to go to later tonight that I didn't plan an outfit for. So I need to do that today so that I can make sure that I have things on point. I work full-time in tech, so a lot of times I have back-to-back meetings. There are days where I'm just very busy and then I have an event or a dinner to go to at nighttime, happy hour, whatever it is. And having the outfit planned ahead of time is a game changer. I have a little bit of extra time today, so I'm not too worried about it. But overall, it has really, really helped me. The next thing is posture. Posture shows your confidence. And this is something that I'm still learning, to be honest. When you're walking with your head tilted a little bit down and your shoulders are hunched over, you just don't appear to be confident. If I was sitting in my chair like this, I'm going to appear a lot less confident than if I'm sitting straight up like this. And the reason that this is important is because confidence will get you a long way. Think about how many people there are who have achieved really high levels of success, but it's just from confidence. It's not that they're smarter than you. It's not that they know something that you don't know. It's that they have blind confidence. And confidence can get you a long way even if you don't have anything else. So if you think about yourself, you're already smart. You already have skills. If you add the confidence to it, you're unstoppable. Confidence is everything. And to be honest, if you believe that you are something or a specific type of person, you believe you're a specific type of person, other people will believe you too, because that's all that it is. It's just appearing that way to other people. And I feel like when you think about it that way, some people would say like, well, that's fake. Not necessarily though. It may be who you really are, but you need to animate it more in order for it to show outward so that other people perceive you in the way that you think of yourself. And that comes along with the posture, that comes along with appearing like you are confident in what you're saying, confident in what you're doing. And this especially will get you far in a work environment, because if you are speaking with confidence, you are speaking like you know what you're doing. You could be wrong. You're probably not though. You probably know what you're doing for real and you don't give yourself enough credit. But if you're speaking like you know what you're doing, people are going to understand and believe that you know what you're doing. My next one is also on the mental side. It's going to be listening to audiobooks when you have time where you're doing something else. So I like to listen to audiobooks while I'm cooking dinner. I make dinner almost every day, and that means that I have like a good 20 minutes. Look, I don't make extravagant meals. Like it's taking me like 15, 20 minutes, okay? So I have at least 15, 20 minutes to go ahead and listen to an audiobook. That way I'm building on what I'm learning while I'm doing something else that's just not really it doesn't require that much thought to cook dinner. I make the same 5 things. So like, I'm really not, like I said, I'm not a chef out here. So to me, it doesn't take a lot of thought to cook dinner. I like to do it in the morning when I get ready. It takes me a while to get ready, and this is going to give me more patience as I do my makeup, as I do my hair. It's just going to give me more patience because I feel like I'm doing 2 things at one time. The types of audiobooks that I listen to are really in 2 different categories. The first area is finance and fintech. They're just things that I'm interested in. I'm in the fintech space, so I like to read books that are relating to it. And then the other side are normally books on confidence, mentality, manifestation, things like that, just to make sure that my mind is in a healthy and positive spot. My next one is one of the biggest ones that I feel like really elevated my look. And I spent years trying to do this. This was not a I just stumbled upon it type thing. I spent years trying to find the correct hairstyle for me. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to keep this hairstyle forever, but if you know how to do one good hair look on yourself and you can be consistent with it, that's really all that you need. So I learned how to do a silk press. It's a little old right now. Silk press is, I need to wash my hair, but I learned how to do a silk press and I learned how to get it to come out the way that I want it to every single time. So if you come up with a routine and you know how to do your hair in that one specific way, it can be that you do a wash and go, it can be whatever you want. And like I said, this won't be my hairstyle forever, but for now, I know how to do this one myself. I don't need to rely on anybody else to do it for me. I don't need to go spend money at the salon for somebody to do it for me because I know how to do it myself. I'm going to take better care of my hair than I trust people at a salon to anyway. You know how like when you go and you ask for a trim and then they cut half your hair off? Yeah, I don't play that. Same thing with using a whole bunch of heat and no heat protectant, or even if they use like a little bit of heat protectant, they're still like frying your hair with the heat, and I'm not going to do that to myself. So my hair is safer in my own hands, and I feel like that is the case for a lot of people. If you don't enjoy doing your own hair, that's one thing. Go and get it done. Keep doing what you're doing. That's totally okay. But if you can learn to do your hair at home, not only does it save you a bunch of money, but also it gives you that security of being able to do what you want when you want. If I need to all of a sudden go to something that's fancy on Saturday that I didn't know about, I don't need to try to get a last minute hair appointment. I can go ahead and do my hair myself. It makes me look more polished because my hair is coming out the way that I want it to, and it makes me feel better. It gives me more confidence that I know that I can do this myself. I also say the same thing about makeup. Learn how to do your one makeup look that you can dress up or dress down, even if you're not that into makeup. There are situations where you're going to want to wear it and you want to be prepared so that you know what you're doing. I used to be just so afraid of makeup because I didn't feel like I knew what I was doing. I studied one look and I did that look all of last year so that I could do my own makeup for my wedding, and I still do the same look. I just dress it up or dress it down. So add eyeshadow, don't add eyeshadow, less foundation, more foundation, less concealer, more concealer, you know. Learn how to do at least your one makeup look. I've talked about this next one in several videos. This was another huge game changer for me, and it is doing my own nails. I personally wear press-ons, but I went through a whole phase of doing my own gel nails too. I went through a period of time where I was doing my own acrylic nails. So I've done all types of nails on myself, and the press-ons are the easiest and they look the best in my opinion. So these press-ons are just Kiss press-ons. I use the Beauty Secrets nail glue. That glue is the best. It will keep them on for a week. And then when they're starting to lift a little bit, I just wait until I take a shower, and that way the hot water helps them lift some more and I just pull them off. So it's super easy. I redo them every single week. There's like nothing super special about it, but my nails look nice and they look clean and they look good. And I look like I put effort in, and that's what I care about. I don't like to not have my nails done. Sometimes I'll give my nails a rest for a couple days, but I don't like to not have my nails done. So I don't want to rely on having to go to the nail salon. What if I'm too busy to go? Or in my case, I just don't like going personally. I would prefer to do my nails at home. Plus, if you get the Kiss nails on sale, they're like $5 or $6 a pack, maybe $4 or $5 a pack. And that means you're spending $4 or $5 a week instead of going to a nail salon. And for my toes, I also do my toes myself. I'm not as good at those. I do gel polish on my toes. It's not as good looking as my nails, I feel like. Sometimes I do press on toenails, but I just feel like they're more work than just doing the gel. But I have a gel light so that I can cure the gel. I have like a big one like they use at the salon. I have one of those feet soaking things that, you know, has the jets in it so that I can do the whole pedicure process. Really just doing everything at home has helped me so much with being consistent about how I look. My next one is to learn your body type and dress for your body type. Now, I have a short torso and I have long legs, and it can be hard to find clothing that doesn't make me look like super short on the top and long on the bottom. So like super high rise jeans, like we're not wearing those. I cannot wear those. It looks like they come up to right here on me. So So I cannot wear those. I need something that has a defined waistline to it. I need something that has like a tie in the middle, like a belt in the middle, something like that to make sure that I'm able to cinch in my waist a bit. So I've learned to dress for my body type, and I've learned to really look at what clothes look like on me, not just what clothes look like when I buy them. So I'm able to picture an outfit that I'm looking at online on me so that I can feel like, okay, I have a really good idea that this is going to look good on me, or no, I need to stay away from that. It's cute, but it's not going to be cute on me. Now, obviously wear whatever you want, but if you want to really feel and look elevated, you should always dress for your body type because it's so, so important. And it can just make such a difference. And it's not that you need to change anything about your body necessarily. It's that you might just be wearing the wrong clothes. And then once you find the clothes that you like on your body type, get rid of the ones that you don't like. The ones in your closet that don't make you look good because they weren't purchased with your body type in mind, get rid of those. Just get them out of sight, out of mind. This gives you more space in your closet to really look at the items that you have and wear the clothes that fit you best. Okay, the next one, this is very easy, very small change, very easy change. Actually wear the jewelry and accessories that you bought. So the ones that you have that just sit around, the ones that sit in your jewelry box, the accessories that you already own, and you're like, oh, I should wear that more often. Wear it. Actually put it on before you leave the house. Like me taking the extra minute to put on a few accessories before I leave the house has been a game changer. I'll take off my Apple Watch and I'll put on a real bracelet. I'll put on a real watch. I'll do whatever it is, put on a necklace just before I go out the house, just so that I look a little bit better and I'm able to wear the items that I own already. Now, if you don't have many options for jewelry already, I recommend going vintage. I go on eBay and I buy vintage earrings, clip-ons, and I only wear clip-ons. So I buy vintage clip-ons and they are not expensive. They're very easy to find on eBay. You can do the same thing for vintage watches. They don't need to be a crazy expensive name brand. You don't need to buy a Rolex. The one watch that I do have is a vintage Rolex, and I bought it for about $1,000 in 2020. It's a very, very old, beautiful little watch. It's tiny. And I'll wear it when I just want to be a little bit more dressed up. But it doesn't have to be that. It can be a much less expensive watch, but it's going to look really nice because it's vintage. You got it at a discount, so you're getting a nicer watch for what you paid. Next one is to focus on the basics first. You want to really get your basic clothing items down before you start buying standout pieces. And I swear by this because I used to buy like these clothing items that were not basics, these clothing items that were just really like more out there and more fun. And while I like that stuff, I didn't understand my main style enough to be able to add in those types of pieces yet. So if you start with the basics, you figure out what you really like to wear, then you can start adding those pieces that are going to really make everything pop. So maybe you add that pop of color, like a cool jacket, a cool coat, some crazy colorful pants, whatever it is for you. Find out what you like first so that you don't waste money on those standout items and you can really focus that money on items that you're actually going to wear that still stand out. And when I do buy statement pieces, I like to make sure that they're things that I can wear quite often. So if I buy like a standout belt, that's going to be worn more often probably than a shirt. Like if I bought a top that was like a fancy top, I'm probably not going to wear that all that often. But if I bought a coat that was like a nice pop of color coat, I'm going to probably wear that a lot. Shoes I may not wear quite as often because I have so many shoes that I rotate. But a bag, like I would wear a standout bag way more often. So just be careful and think about the items that you should actually put your money towards if they're going to be used, and just make sure that you have that thought behind it. Next one is to exercise. A lot of this is for your mind, not just your body. You're going to feel better if you are moving your body. It doesn't necessarily have to be going to the gym. It doesn't necessarily have to be going to Pilates. My two favorite things to do are Pilates and walking, but walking is my number one. In a world where I didn't have a reformer, I could do without Pilates. I need to walk though. I need my 10,000 steps a day. It helps with my digestion. It helps make me feel good. It gets me outside, which mentally makes me feel better. Anytime I'm having a tough day, I will go and I will walk outside because I just need to get some fresh air. I need to get my body moving. It makes you feel so much better and it makes you look good too. So if you're doing 10,000 steps a day, like you are probably looking pretty good. And I didn't put this on the list, but eat some protein. Eat some protein. Just eat some protein. That's the whole tip. You don't have to eat everything healthy, just eat some protein. This next one I know is not going to be for everybody, but it is to wear heels whenever possible. Now, it doesn't need to be all the time. I have friends who wear heels every time they leave the house, and that is just not me. I like my Hermes Orange sandals. I like a flat shoe. I love a sneaker. But if I'm going to go out and I'm going to go to brunch or dinner or somewhere where I'm going to get like actively get a little bit dressed up, I try to wear heels whenever possible. So if you have a relatively comfortable pair of heels, that's going to be the best thing to do. That way it gets you used to walking in them, it gets you used to wearing them consistently, and it just adds a level of being just so chic and so pretty. And like I said, it's only if you like heels. If you don't like heels, then whatever, throw this out the window. But adding the heels just adds a little extra layer, especially when you're in heels and it's something that you didn't have to wear heels to, you know? I think that just adds a little bit of like extra class. I just love the effect that it has. And to me, it's totally worth it. I love shoes. I love heels. So anytime I get a chance to throw on some heels, I will. If I know I'm gonna be walking, I'm not gonna do it. But if I know that I have a place to sit down, I'm gonna put some heels on. And I have actively worked at that for the last year because I didn't want to just be in flats all the time. I was choosing flats like every time I left the house. I had a bunch of designer heels in my closet that I was not wearing. And now that I started wearing them, I just feel so pretty when I wear them. And I'm like, oh, this is great. This is a kind of easy one too. You probably have a skincare routine already. Actually do it before you go to sleep, and when you wake up, like actually just do it, because a lot of times it's easy to skip it, especially at nighttime. It's easy to skip your nighttime routine. Don't skip it, just do it. It's going to help you in the long term, especially if you have something that works really well for you. Be consistent and just do it. Just push yourself to do it before you go to sleep. And don't get me started, don't be sleeping in makeup either. I hope nobody's still doing that, but don't sleep in makeup, please. And last but certainly not least, find fragrances that you enjoy wearing. And I have found that I have purchased some fragrances that I like the smell of, but I don't necessarily enjoy wearing them, meaning that when I put them on, the smell like bothers me throughout the day. So find something that you like smelling throughout the day. And I know that this sounds like a dumb tip, but it's so true, because that will either push me to put it on if I like it, if I like to feel the scent of it throughout the day, or it will push me to just leave it on the counter and not put it on if I don't like that scent throughout the day. So find scents that you really thoroughly enjoy wearing, because you might like the quick smell of it at the store, but you might not like wearing it all day. And so with stronger fragrances, I've noticed I just don't like wearing them all day. I'll normally just wear them to dinner and then, coming back home. But I'll wear like a really light and fresh fragrance during the daytime. That way I can smell that throughout the day and it's not overwhelming. Same thing goes for lotions and shower gels. Just make sure that you're getting things that you really enjoy smelling. It's going to make you want to use them more. This is not one of the tips that I wrote on my list, but just being honest, just talking. I think that something that made a huge difference for me was making sure that I'm not just thinking about, okay, I'm going somewhere, what is everybody else going to be wearing? I want to set the tone. I want to feel like this is my life, right? So I'm going to an event. I want to wear what I want to wear. So I'm going to put on the outfit that I like and not worry about what everybody else is going to wear. I want to be able to set the tone. Because other people are probably wondering what I'm going to wear too. So why not be the one to set the tone? Why not take that into your own hands? Why not trust yourself that you have the judgment to dress for an occasion? Trust yourself. Trusting yourself is huge. You know what you're doing. These are all tips that we know. This is nothing new. It's just things that you have to put into practice and you have to trust yourself with. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. Like I said, I talk about luxury handbags and shoes and all that type of stuff too. So if you're into those things, come on and join our little luxurious family that we have here. We would love to have you. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, my name is the same on both. It's Kate Swan. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.